Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mental Conditioning Monday. Another edition. We're getting close to Thanksgiving. I think next week, I believe this Thursday, but next Thursday will be Thanksgiving. Wow, the year is moving by fast. November is moving by fast. Christmas will be here soon, so I'm always excited about that. So, welcome, everybody to Mental Conditioning Monday. I had a very good weekend this weekend, a very powerful mental weekend. A lot of things that went on this weekend that mentally got me into a place where I love to be and challenging my mind and interjecting new things into my mental diet. I had an opportunity this weekend to attend a conference. It's interesting because it's actually a women's conference that I went to, but I've actually been to the conference a couple of times. I've gone with my wife. Let me make that clear. I did go with my wife. It was something that she actually took me to several years back, and very interestingly enough, she took me to this conference when I was just getting started. Doing the mental conditioning movement. At that time, I don't even think I was calling it mental conditioning. I knew what I wanted to do, but I don't think at that time I even had the packaging, the branding for it to call it mental conditioning. I was just in the process of learning what I wanted to do and really getting into understanding what I was being asked to present. And that was one of the first conferences that I've ever gone to. And this particular conference is headed up by a young lady by the name of Lucinda Cross, and she has a movement that she calls, the activation movement, which is very, very, very powerful. She works with her partner in crime, which is another young lady by the name of Robin Devonish, who actually is helping me out with the book. She's doing the editing on the book, and I'm very appreciative of that. I'm going to have a lot of information on that for you guys shortly, definitely tomorrow, on some great news, great breakthroughs on that, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. But there are two people that really inspired me a great deal, starting from back then, and then throughout the years I've had a little bit of opportunity to, obviously, as I said, I've been working with Robin closely with the book, and I've actually had some opportunities to talk to Lucinda Cross. That was probably about 4 years ago. The first time that I spoke to her, and over the years we've spoken on the phone a few times, and she's talked to me about mental conditioning, and we've kind of, interacted a little bit with that. But more than anything, I'm really inspired by the both of them from a mental standpoint, and that really inspired the message for today, which is going to be called, putting your foot on the gas pedal. Putting your foot on the gas pedal. So I went to this conference that they had this week. It was the fifth conference, fifth activation conference that she calls it, and the fifth and final one. And as I said, I've been there before, and it's such a powerful conference to go through, to see the camaraderie, and just to see the ideas and the things that they're putting forward. But for me, I'm a little bit different when I go to these things. There's a lot of information that's being put out, but sometimes I feel a little funny because if you're watching me, it seems like, I think if a person is looking at me, it seems like I'm not really getting it. But I am, because I'm really watching everything. More than the words that are coming out of people's mouths, I'm watching everything that's going on. And at this particular conference, I really was steadily watching everything. And I'm also inputting the things that I know, personally about, Lucinda Cross and Robin and some of the things that they've shared. And I'm really watching them very closely. And this is where the message is going to start to come through. And she's very clear about it. She talks, clearly about it, about, her path and her journey and how she's, come to the point where she's come to the point. And I can really relate to that from a mental standpoint. And this is what we're going to talk about, putting your foot on the gas pedal. One of the things I've learned is that in life, when you are in a position where you feel as though you know exactly what you're doing, you probably should put your foot on the gas pedal. When you feel it's like, I really know what I'm doing right now, I know everything that's about to happen, you should probably put your foot on the gas pedal. So this is where that thing that we talk about all the time, to me, the biggest part about mental conditioning, the biggest part about waking up every day to me is about getting better. I can't say that enough. It usually comes up every single week, and I'm getting excited now just thinking about it and thinking about the weekend. To me, it's about getting better. That's the main purpose of our lives, is to get better in everything that we do. Make no mistake about it. Whatever it is, we want to get better. And sometimes the biggest part about getting better is putting our foot on that gas pedal of life a little bit more and picking up the speed. Because you can go at that pace where, you know, it's nice and easy and comfortable and you're fine. But if you're really at that level where you want to get better, you shouldn't be able to say, you know, I know exactly what's going to happen. And that's a breakthrough for all of us, including myself. You know, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the process this week, a lot more about the process of the book and what the book is about. And one of the breakthroughs for me with the book is understanding that I had to put my foot on the gas pedal, because I don't know what I'm doing with that process of writing the book, of the whole process. Writing itself, that's not anything that I knew years ago that I was going to do. It's come about because of the movement. I'm being asked to do this. This is something that has to be done. That book has to be done. This is just the first one, but it's going to go further. But I had to put my foot on the gas pedal to get better, to do the necessary things to forward the movement, to forward the message of mental conditioning. So that's what I'm talking about, getting better. And so when I went to that conference, and like I said, for me, I'm listening to what they say. And sometimes I'm like, I hope they're not looking at me, because I'm listening to them. And a lot of times I'm not even really reacting, because I'm just watching them. I'm just watching how they move. What are they doing on the stage? If they off stage, even though I can't see it, I can feel it. I feel what's going on. And I can feel them putting their foot on the gas pedal. And I can feel them putting their foot on the gas pedal, not necessarily knowing what's going to happen. But they have it. They have that mental strength to say, this is what has to be done. So we're going to move forward. We're going to march forward. So for me, out of all the information that they share at those conferences, which is super powerful, they're giving out great information verbally, but mentally I'm looking at it on a different level. And I'm looking at, wow, that's powerful, because sometimes it's just like a vehicle. I'm certainly not suggesting we do that in a vehicle, but the more you put your foot on the gas pedal, the more out of control that car is going to be. Life is that way too. But sometimes in life, that's what we have to do if we really want to get better. I always put my disclaimer on it to say that everybody is different. And there's certainly nothing wrong with anybody that's like, I just like to stay at the speed limit. And it's not about, you know, rising above that. That's okay. You know, that's totally okay. Nothing wrong with that either. But I believe that most of us in life, I think there's a very small portion of us in life that feel that way. We all want to get better. We all want to put our foot on the gas pedal, but there's reasons why we don't do it. There's numerous reasons. A lot of it have to do with just, you know, that fear. You know, what's going to happen when it's out of control. But that's what we have to definitely, you know, believe in. You know, what is the thing that can push my life to the next level? Pushing a little bit harder. That can include who you are as a man, if you're a man, in your marriage, or just the person in the marriage. You know what? How can I make this marriage a little bit better? Me and my spouse may be getting along pretty good, but you know what? I want to get better. So that means to push your foot on that gas pedal a little bit harder. So now I'm a man, so I can only speak from a man's standpoint. So you know what? Now I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper and try to really find that romantic night, or I'm gonna really try to come home with that certain thing that I know my wife has been craving. I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna buy her a nice negligee, a nice outfit, and give her a massage tonight. You never know. You're taking a little bit of a chance, because sometimes when you have children and your wife is tired, it may backfire. You may come home and she's like, what is that nonsense? That can happen. I'm not saying that happened to me. I'm just saying that can happen. So, but that's about putting your foot on the gas pedal, because you don't know fully what's going to happen. But guess what? That's an opportunity to get better. Maybe it might end up in that way, but then the next morning, your spouse may wake up and be like, you know what? I didn't go for it last night, but that was a really good thing that, they did for me. And that goes for both ways for the ladies too. Doing that special thing for your spouse to get better. On our jobs, now I'm going to take a chance and do this extra work. I don't know how my supervisor is going to take this. He may not take it the right way, but you know what? I'm going to put my foot on the gas pedal to push a little bit harder. You don't know what's going to happen financially. I'm going to take this money over here. I normally, put that money in that safe place and make sure it's okay. I stay at the speed limit. But I want to get better. So you know what? I'm going to put my foot on the gas pedal a little bit. I'm going to take this money and I'm going to invest it over here. I'm going to take a chance and put it in this particular, project that I believe in. I'm not saying to foolishly do these things. We're not foolishly putting our foot on the gas pedal, but we're thinking about it and saying, you know what, that's something that I believed in. Let me go ahead and push it forward and put my foot on the gas pedal and push it forward. Let me put that money over here and see what happens. That's about getting better. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's an inspiration to see others that are doing that and to see, how it comes out. So I definitely want to commend those ladies, for that conference that I went to. As I said, it's a lot of great information that verbally they were able to articulate. But for me, I'm watching everything. I'm watching the people that are helping them. I'm watching, like I said, the stuff that most people are not seeing. The chaos that might be going on that most people are not seeing. When they come out on stage, though, whoop, they get right back into form, no problem. And you still don't know what's going to happen. But it's about being able to put yourself in a position to put your foot on the gas pedal, and you don't know what's going to happen. The faster you go, the more out of control, life is going to be. But that's a part of getting better, because guess what? At some point, even though you're putting your foot on that gas pedal and it's going, the car's going a little bit faster, at some point, even at that higher rate of speed, guess what? You're going to start to get control of that. Even though you picked it up, you're going to get control of that. But if you don't allow yourself to get used to it by trying, it's never going to happen. So that was really, really got me going. I really, really was inspired by that. And I'm really, really inspired to put my foot on the gas pedal and do what I have to do. Because what I always say, everything I talk about on here, I go through it as well. And, the whole process, as like I said, tomorrow, I'm definitely got some great big news for you guys in regards to the book. But, I definitely struggle with that in this process of the book, of being able to put my foot on the gas pedal, because it's something that I've never done before. And, but in order to get better, that's what you have to go through. So those things in your life that you're struggling with a little bit, that you want to get better with, even the things that you're not necessarily struggling with, but you want to get better at it. You want to get better. You could take it to the next level. Put your foot on the gas pedal. Let's try to do that this week. Take a little step. I'm not saying to floor it. No one have to floor it right away. But put your foot on the gas pedal and push a little bit harder. Push a little bit harder and go to the next level. And, keep doing that. Keep that in mind. And I want everybody to challenge themselves, this week, to push a little bit harder. Thank you, everybody, for that. Listening to that mental conditioning Monday message, that one got me a little bit excited, and I'm pumped up about it. And once again, congratulations to Lucinda Cross and Robin Devonish. Just a tremendous, tremendous conference. And, I wish the best for you guys going forward in the future. And, the numerous things that you guys are looking to do. And I look forward to, working with you guys in some capacity, in the future. So thank you for the inspiration this week. And hopefully everybody else got something from that. I was able to translate that on to everybody else in some way, shape, or form. So I see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a message in regards to the book. I'm excited about that. I'm putting my foot on the gas pedal for that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later.